The moment that changed everything began so innocently, with the soft hum of music and the quiet comfort of being alone. I never expected my son to walk in on me at my most vulnerable. But when it happened, the look in his eyes told me that life would never be the same again. My name is Laura Parker. I was 42 years old, a wife, a mother, and someone who had once believed in happy endings. But reality is not always as kind as we hope it will be. My husband, David Parker, had long ago lost interest in me. His job was his true companion, his frequent business trips his escape. For 3 years, I had been living in a marriage where conversations were short, touches were rare, and love felt like a memory. Loneliness is a dangerous thing. It whispers to you when the house is quiet, it pulls at your heart when you watch couples laugh together, and it reminds you of what you're missing when you lie awake at night. On that afternoon, with David gone yet again, I tried to create a small pocket of peace for myself. I lit scented candles, the kind I used to love when I was younger, and let their fragrance soften the air. Music filled the room, old songs that once made me feel alive, before life became a long series of empty routines. I thought I was alone. I thought I was safe. But I wasn't. Because living under the same roof was Jake Parker, David's son from his first marriage. He was 22, home from college, tall, confident, with those piercing green eyes that always seemed to see too much. From the first time we met 2 years earlier, I had felt something unsettling in the way he looked at me. Not inappropriate, not exactly, but intense. His quiet presence lingered in ways I didn't understand. I dismissed it as nothing, just the imagination of a lonely woman. But now, with David gone, his presence in the house was inescapable. That afternoon, I let myself relax, sinking into the softness of the bed. My eyes closed, my body letting go of the tension that lived inside me. I hadn't noticed that the bedroom door hadn't latched completely. I hadn't noticed the shadow that fell across the room until it was too late. The door creaked. My heart froze. And there he was, Jake, standing in the doorway. For a moment, neither of us moved. His silhouette was outlined by the light from the hall, his eyes wide, his expression unreadable. Shock. Curiosity. Something deeper that I couldn't name. The music played on, mocking me with its rhythm. My face flushed hot with humiliation. I should have knocked, he stammered, his voice unsteady. He stepped back quickly, but his eyes locked on mine until the door closed again with a soft click. I buried my face in my hands, mortified. I was a married woman, his father's wife. He had seen me in a way he never should have. Yet, beneath the shame, there was something else. The memory of his gaze stayed with me, a strange spark flickering deep inside the emptiness I had carried for years. That night, I avoided him. The next morning, we moved around the house like strangers, polite, careful, but silent. The tension between us was sharp, like a storm waiting to break. I told myself it was nothing, that it would pass. But fate had other plans. That evening, while I was showering, the power went out. The bathroom plunged into darkness, and I froze, my heart racing. I grabbed a robe, wrapped it around myself, and stepped into the hallway. "You okay, Laura?" Jake's voice came from the shadows. "I'm fine," I managed to say, though my voice trembled. We met in the kitchen, where faint light from the street filtered through the window. As we searched for candles, I accidentally brushed against him, shoulder to chest. We froze. His hand reached instinctively for my waist, steadying me, lingering just a moment too long. "Sorry, I didn't see you," he whispered. The closeness was unbearable. His eyes met mine, and in the half-darkness, the pull between us was undeniable. My heart thundered in my chest, and I could barely breathe. Then the lights flickered back on. We sprang apart like guilty criminals. Jake turned to the breaker box, pretending to inspect it, while I retreated to the living room, my mind spinning. But Jake followed. His expression was serious, his voice low. "Laura, we need to talk." I nodded, afraid of what he might say. "I'm sorry about yesterday," he began. "I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable." I swallowed hard. I was embarrassed, I admitted softly. "But I don't blame you. It's just, this house feels so empty." Jake's eyes softened, but his words cut straight to my soul. It's not you that's wrong, Laura. It's wrong that Dad leaves you like this. You deserve more. His honesty shattered me. For years, I had buried the ache of being unwanted, of being unseen. But now, here was someone telling me I was worth more. Tears filled my eyes, and before I knew it, Jake's hand was holding mine, warm and steady. You shouldn't feel this way, he whispered. You shouldn't be so alone. I should have pulled away. I should have reminded him that I was married to his father. But I couldn't. Because for the first time in so long, I felt seen. Truly seen. The days that followed blurred into stolen moments, glances that lingered too long, conversations filled with unspoken words. Every time we crossed paths, the air thickened with tension, impossible to ignore. And when his lips finally found mine, it was as if years of loneliness came pouring out of me. But passion is dangerous when built on secrets. And secrets, no matter how carefully guarded, have a way of coming out. Jake's ex-girlfriend, Sarah, had seen more than she should have. She had followed, she had listened, and she had caught glimpses of things neither of us ever wanted revealed. And when she showed up at our door, her smug smile told me everything. Our secret was no longer safe. My, she said sweetly, her eyes flicking between Jake and me. Looks like we have a lot to talk about. The blood drained from my face. Jake's eyes met mine, filled with fear. Sarah's presence was a ticking time bomb, ready to destroy everything. And as I stood there, trembling, I realized my life was no longer my own. Every choice I had made, every secret moment, had led to this. And nothing would ever be the same again.